of the solution. We're a collaborator. So next year we have a Transit Connect. It's a really cool minivan type thing, utility van that we brought over from Europe this year, internal combustion. It's going to be full battery electric next year. Third or fourth quarter, it's going to be coming over. Has 2 seats. You can probably convert it to 5, but it'll be a really, real cool utility vehicle to put up kiosks in Atlantic Station, Atlanta, to do all the retrofitting that Judy needs done in Pasadena for the charging stations. A good utility van. Also, a place that, Starbucks could make their deliveries, or local entrepreneurs could make their deliveries, or they could do their own installation of ways that the retail market can fit into the urban mobility network. Why not have them drive our Transit Connects? Another vehicle we're offering in a year in 2011, end of 2011, it's the Focus battery electric. It's not going to quite look like that. It's going to have a little bit different design, but it will be available, and it will be a perfect for car shares, for green cabs, and for employee fleets. So we want to be part of it, and we think that a good, clean electric vehicles would fit into the new urban mobility system and the hubs. The communications pathways, and I'm really nervous about this because, all my coaches, Alan and Kyle and Sid have tried to teach me about the cloud, and I have to embarrass myself in front of the great Robin Chase. But I know just enough about this stuff to be dangerous. So if you think of the cloud, this data cloud, as like this thing that's going over all the different communications pathways. Thanks, Kyle, for the slide. There's a lot of places where our vehicles connect to it and fit in, both putting data into the cloud and pulling data out, which we think is value added not just for us, but also for the urban mobility system and our partners. And that's including, applications from our sync, which is our technology that we partnered up with Microsoft in Inrex that you find in our vehicles, and something called FordWorks. There's a lot of data that is used and we can put into the cloud. Congestion identification and avoidance, wayfinding, movie schedules. Put in fair payment opportunities, fleet management. With the electric grid, where's the next charging station? How much charge do I have left? Can we work with the local utility company to optimize the usage of that power? So in our own little sync application in our vehicles, we have plenty of opportunity to put into that. And by being part of the cloud and being part of an open source technology, it encourages other people and other entrepreneurs to work with our sync and do that as well. So it's a chance, we talk about people hacking into the iPod or putting their own iPod apps. Ford has no problem at all if you want to put in apps into our sync system to generate more economic business. So what are the key factors in making this all a success, at least for us, and probably for all our partners that are within the system? Fuel prices, the more gas goes up, the more people want to use a system like this. Congestion congestion has a cost. There's all kinds of studies on that. Not to mention just a pain in the butt, right? And you aren't maybe looking for more choices. Vehicle miles traveled is a huge piece of carbon emissions. What historically has happened is we've made cars more fuel efficient and improved fuel economy. The first thing that people do is drive more. So it kind of negates what it's all about. So what we need to do is get people to drive less and use a system like this. We need to have better understanding of perspectives and ability for some multidiscipline and multicultural collaboration and add accountabilities for all of us. As far as the electric piece, we need infrastructure, and we need to find out where we're going to get batteries from and how many can be made to put some economies of scale. And finally, this whole idea of open source transportation that Sue and Robin talk about, I'm kind of nervous. I mean, we are in America, we are capitalist, and there's still a lot of businesses that run on, the best way to make profit is to hoard all the intellectual property. So I think the problems are, can we understand it's open? Can we share our intellectual property? Can we create more business and opportunity by better communications and more applications in the cloud?